Recently, a classroom assignment became a real-world reality at Estes Elementary.
We were working on getting those real-world application and real-world skills into the classroom. And the idea of talking about Smothers Park came up because when we started writing these letters in September, it was the big thing in Owensboro. All the kids every day were talking about, oh, I went to the park last night. So we thought it was a great use of real-world and being very interesting to the kids. And so then we started brainstorming about what they liked, what they didn't like, what they thought could be improved, and it all just kind of went from there. The kids had been asking me, hey, can you send our letters? So finally, I got all the letters together and sent them and showed them how to address an envelope. One of those things that we never really think about teaching, but it's a real world skill too, just addressing an envelope. And so then I sent them over and got a call back within a week probably from the mayor's office saying, Mr. Mayor Payne would love to come and meet your kids. I never would have expected this.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Miss Gaddis. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you for having me.
We are very glad to have you.
Oh, I tell you what. How's everybody this morning? Good. Well, I gather from your letters that y'all like our new park. Is that right? Yes. Well, let me tell you, I was so impressed when I got all of these letters. I told my assistant I just have to go meet all of these young people because these letters are so well written. Let me tell you, you guys did a great job with this. And, you know, it warms my heart to get letters like this from you guys, all of you, guys and gals, expressing your appreciation for that park. Because I'm going to tell you, one of the reasons we built all of that was for all of you young people. So that y'all would have a great place to go, grow up, and learn to appreciate this community and stay here. Because as mayor, when you guys grow up, you go on to school or decide what you want to do in life, I really do hope that you stay here in this city, that you work and raise your families eventually, but also, I was really pleased to get the suggestions that all of you made here about how we can improve the park. So all of you have been down to see Smothers Park?
Yes.
Right, I think that's just fantastic. And again, I got to tell y'all, you know, it was my understanding that we were moving away from cursive, from handwriting, and you know, going more towards the computers. And when I saw that, I said, "Oh my gosh, those are so well done." That I wanted to come and just tell you that myself, that your writing there is just remarkable. Somebody's doing a great job here, and I assume that your teacher, she's really done good with you guys. You know, I might also share this with you that, you know, the park's not the only thing that's going to happen downtown. That we have a lot of other things going on in our great city. We're going to build a huge convention center that's going to be as beautiful as that park. And you guys, eventually, all of you are going to get to see that. But let me say this to you, because I did go through your letters and noticed that what you like about the park and also your suggestions for improvement. Obviously, y'all pretty excited about the water park. I see 31 of you thought that was a wonderful thing, and it is nice. We've got it turned off for the winter time, but in the spring it'll go back on. And given some of the days and the weather we've had recently, maybe we turned it off a little too soon, because I think you could have a couple days there you could have used it, but. You like all of the little the animals? Yeah. I noticed several of you talked about you.
Especially a squirrel.
Yeah.
I think the fish.
The fish.
It's
oh well, okay. We got a beautiful picture here of the park. Swings. Now I will say this. I think several of you. How many said something about this? about we need more swings. Well, we're going to add those swings. How many of you said that? Oh my goodness. Well, let me tell you this, that I talked to our city manager, and we're working on adding a couple of more swings in our park. Okay? So that ought to make all of you happy. I'm delighted that y'all took the time. Let me say this. I really do can't tell you how impressed I am with your letters and all of you getting involved with your government, because so many people just don't take the time to get involved. And for all of you young people to do that is remarkable. And I am really, really impressed and want to thank you for that. And I hope someday that a lot of you out there decide to participate in our government by running for office, okay? I already think I can see a bunch of potential presidents out there. So I really hope y'all stay involved and as you grow up in the government. And you can get things done, and you can get people's attention, because we're looking at doing some of the things that you guys have recommended here. And the first is going to be those additional swings. The other thing I noticed that some of you had said something about needing cameras down there, and that is, how many of you said something about that? There were several of you. Great. Let me tell you, we have installed those cameras. We have cameras down there. Can we get to that and show them? You can go out to the city's internet site, okay? And we have a webcam site here that you can click on, and you can actually, it's live right now. This is a picture of what's going on in our park, and as you guys can see, that's the playground, and the camera is sweeping through the playground. So if you want to see if your friends are down there or if there's anybody in the park, you can go out on the internet and hit this web camera, and it will show you the park. Everybody recognize that? Okay? No, it's too cold. I got to tell you, when I came in, it's getting cold out there right now. But that's our park, and so we do have cameras. We actually have several on the park. There's one on the fountains, and here's the big fish. Everybody recognize the fish? See? And see, you can see the river's moving because the wind's blowing. It's pretty cool out there. But we have these three that are on our webcam site. But let me tell you, these are not the only ones we have. There's actually 8 cameras all up and down this park. And so you guys were thinking that was a good idea for us to have that for security. And, of course, in case we lose anybody or whatever, we're going to have those cameras to make sure.
That's what I was about to ask you. Why do y'all put cameras in?
Cameras for a variety of reasons, primarily public safety. Okay, we want to be able to make sure that this park is safe all the time, and that no one vandalizes our park. Okay, I will tell you this, that someone did write some graffiti on one of these walls, and we caught those people because they were on camera. They probably didn't realize we had cameras down there, but there are cameras all throughout this park, because one of the most important things is we want all of you, when you go down there, is to be safe. Okay, there's a car going down the street. So it's safety. It is for public safety, because one of the things as mayor I have really stressed is that I want this park at all times to be safe and clean. And I'll get to you in a minute. One of you also, somebody said something about enforcing the rules. I think somebody even suggested a police officer. How many did several of you talk about that?
I saw people.
Well, let me tell you, we have a police officer that walks this park all the time. Okay, 24/7. There is police presence down here in this park, because we want to make sure all you young people are safe when you come and visit. Okay, and we also have police officers who patrol through here in cars. Now let me say this to you too. You see what we're looking at here? Okay, those police officers in their cars have TV screens or computer screens in which they can call up these 8 cameras we have, and they can watch those cameras. Okay, they can see those pictures on their inside their police cruisers. And the people at dispatch over at the police department, I'm telling y'all all the great secrets, okay? That the people over at dispatch also have these screens. So if they see trouble or something going on down here, they can immediately dispatch a police officer or call that police officer that's down there. Again, this is getting at that issue that several of you raised about us being safe down there, okay? Because we're very much concerned about that. So, yes, ma'am.
Well, I was when a police officer or something, we were in the fountain and we didn't know we were supposed to because I was our first time being there. He got on
You for being in the fountains. Yeah, he's doing his job. You know, I got to tell you, and I'm glad to hear you tell me that he's doing his job. But we don't want you climbing in those fountains, because did y'all notice that how smooth it is and slick it is? We're very much concerned if you do that you will get up there and you'll fall and you'll hurt yourself. Okay? Because you won't hurt the fountain, but you could hurt yourself, and we don't want that to happen. So that police officer, that's his job, is to go through and make sure that everyone is being safe in that park, okay? Safe in the park. Yes, ma'am.
Plus on the top of the big water fountain that sprays way up, it might spray you up.
It sure would, and knock you down. Yeah, that's a good point. Yes, sir.
Like, at the other parts I see lots of people.
Do what?
At the other parts I see
Yeah, that's a shame, isn't it? We don't have cameras in those other parks, but we got them all over this park, because this park costs a lot of money, a whole lot of money. So we got to make sure it's safe. Well, this is fun. Yes, ma'am.
How many years can you be president? I mean, you can be mayor.
Mayor, you can be mayor for 12 years. I just got reelected for 4 more, but this mayor's done. I'm going to get out of the way and let somebody else do it next time. Okay? Yes, sir.
We all fix the slide.
Yes, we're going to fix the slide. The part's been ordered for that slide, and it's on its way. And as soon as it gets here, they will replace that damaged slide. You're right. That bug jar fell on our slide.
What happened to the slide? What slide is it?
It had the bug jar. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that or not, but they dropped it. The bug jar's history. We're not going to install that bug jar. We're going to do what y'all suggested, and we're going to put more swings in the park. Okay? Oh, I got you. Let's.
How did you become mayor?
How did I become mayor? Well, I had several people call me and suggest that I might want to think about running as mayor. And I had worked in government for a long time and decided that it was time that we do things like this and that we move our city forward. And so I just decided that I was going to try to be mayor, and you have to go convince a lot of people to agree with you, and I did. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
What do you like about your job?
Meeting with people like you guys. This is the best part of being mayor, is to come to schools like this and get to hear from all of you guys and talk to you. I like that, and I also like being able to make things happen. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
What's the mayor's job? What's the mayor's job?
The mayor's job is he's the policy maker. You know, I'm kind of like the chairman of the board of a corporation, and I have commissioners that I have to work with, and we kind of decide what the needs of the community are after we listen to people and get suggestions, and we try to move the city forward. We're the policy makers. Okay? Yes.
Is it fun being mayor?
I told you it is. When I get to come out here like this and talk to you guys, it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun when you see things that you want to get done, completed. And we've got a lot going on in this city, and there's a lot happening. Yes, it is fun to be a mayor. Yes, sir.
How come you're not allowed to climb on the fish or anything?
The what?
The fish or anything?
I think they're concerned that you might fall off and hurt yourself, that it's not really made to walk on. You could slip and fall or hit. So, we're always going to be concerned about your safety and making sure while you're in that park that you don't do anything that will hurt yourself. Yes, sir.
How much did the whole park cost?
Oh, that park was very expensive. It was about a $70 million park.
Whoa.
Yeah. But we got the federal government to help with about 40 million of it. So now let me say this to you. I said that this actually, there's actually two things that happened here. Okay, guys, if you and if y'all would let me use guys to refer to all of you. I got a bad habit of doing that, saying guys, but it's guys and gals. But if you'll notice, there's a wall out here. When y'all visited the park, you can go right up to the edge and look at the river. Well, there's a wall there. Well, one of the reasons that the park cost so much is we had to build that wall because the water from the Ohio River is so strong coming around the bend here in Owensboro, it was eroding our bank. And that bank was slowly falling into the river. And if we were going to have a park down here, we had to build that wall to protect that park from the mighty Ohio River. Okay? So a lot of that money was to build that wall. And the rest of it was to build this magnificent park. Yes, sir.
When I went to the Smuggler's Park, and I felt the grass, it feels like it's fake.
It is. It's artificial turf. Okay, some of it is in the playground areas, but there are parts here where we actually have real grass. Y'all seen the Christmas tree? Yeah. Okay, the Christmas tree is actually on real turf, and that's there. One of the benefits of having that there is somebody said something about a dog park. I think a couple of you mentioned that. Well, we do allow people to take their dogs down to the park, okay? And we have those grassy areas. And I might also tell you that there are little dispensers with little plastic bags in them. Because, every once in a while, those dogs get a little messy, don't they? Yes. So we have things down there for people to use to take care of that, okay? Wow, y'all wearing me out. Okay. Huh? To try to get things going again in our city. Okay, things like this and our convention center and all the businesses and roads. Our city has never been so busy as it is today. And again, as I told y'all, you know why we're doing all this, don't you? It's for all you guys. Okay, gals.
We do it too.
All right, here we go. Okay.
After you're done being there, are you going to be able to go to park then?
Do what?
After you're done being there,
No, man, that park's going to be there for 100 years or more. Okay, that park's going to be there for a long, long time. Let's go back here and get some of these guys. Okay.
Okay, if there was bullies, would you kick them out or give them a chance?
Do what now?
Like, if there was bullies, would you kick them out or give them a chance?
Well, we're going to, we have the police officer down there to tell them that, we don't tolerate that. We need to be kind to everybody that visits our park. Okay. So I'm sure they would correct them and give them a chance, but they are going to correct them.
What do you do if there's a tornado or like an earthquake?
Well, there would be sirens that would go off, and there would be people down there that would require everyone to leave the park if there's a threat of
I know, but
tornadoes.
What would you, how would you keep the park together without it getting messed up?
Well, a tornado's gonna tear up a lot of things, and if a tornado hit our park, we're just gonna have to build it back. That's what's gonna happen. We'll have to build it back. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
Fishing was
I do that all the time. Let me tell you. Yes, sir. Well, now, you guys, the ground under the playground is soft, isn't it? Y'all see that? It's very spongy. Okay, that's so hopefully if you fall, you won't hurt yourself. But that would be the only place we would do that, is in that playground. Okay, who haven't I got?
What are like those little black things in that fake grass?
Do what now?
Like I see these little black things in the grass.
Oh, I know what you're referring to. Those are sprinklers. And what happens is in the summertime, when it's real hot, we have to turn those sprinklers on and water all of that down there. Because y'all noticed all the trees and the plants and flowers and all of that? Well, there is a sprinkler system that is installed throughout the park to make sure all of that, all of those things live. Okay? That's what you're seeing is the sprinklers. Way back there.
How much money do you make in a day?
How much money do I make in a day? Well, we would have to take 365 and divide it into $1 because I only make $1 as mayor. I decided not to take my salary and to ask the city to give it to the art museum to build one of those buffaloes. Y'all see the new buffalo at the park with the little calf? Okay, that's what they did with my salary. Okay? Let's see, who else?
How many more swings are you getting?
They're going to try to get 2 more, and then we'll wait and see how that goes. And who knows, there may be more than that eventually. But I think right now we're going to put 2 more in. Okay? Yes, ma'am. Well, years and years ago, whenever our city first started, Bill Smothers was one of the first people to come into this area and live here. And he actually had a cabin where this park is. And so they named it after him, okay? Because people would come down this river and they would stop here either to visit or bring things into this area. Do y'all know where the waterfall is?
Yeah.
Well, that waterfall is where those people would come up to the top of the bank where the park is, okay? And because of that area, that ravine there, that's why so many people would visit here. But I'll tell you this also, it's where the buffalo would go down the water. Did y'all know that?
No.
The buffalo would come down Fredegar Street, what is now Fredegar Street, and they would water there because they could get to the Ohio River. Okay? It's part of our history. Yes, sir.
How old is Owensboro?
Well, would you believe, and I can't wait here, in a few years we're going to celebrate our bicentennial. We're going to be 200 years old in 2017. Okay, our city was started in 1817, and so as mayor here in a couple of years, we're going to put together a group of people, and we're going to celebrate. Okay, and we're going to have a lot to celebrate here when that rolls around. We'll be 200 years old.
200.
Yes, ma'am.
There's a piano like over that way.
Uh-huh.
Are we allowed to play it?
Do you play it?
Are you
Are we allowed?
You sure are. You can play it anytime you want to. Okay, and I've got to tell you, I've walked down at the park and I've heard a lot of really good piano players in Owensboro.
Me too.
But that is there for anybody that wants to play it. Okay. Who have I got? Okay. When did I become mayor? About 4 years ago. I'm about to finish my first 4-year term. Okay.
And if you didn't have the clocks and the cameras, people would buy like cameras and listen.
Probably. Some would. Most people wouldn't, though. Most people are very concerned about taking care of our park. And I tell you, guys, I'm really impressed with how well people are helping maintain the cleanliness of our parks. I've seen a lot of people pick up trash. And, you know, I would ask you guys that if you're down there and you see some paper or whatever in our park, that you pick it up and put it in a trash can, okay? Can y'all do that? Yes. All right. Good deal. Yes, sir.
You know the spinning thing?
Spinning thing.
The spinner.
Spinners.
It's over there. It's like why when you like when you walk out. It's like by the way. It's over there about
Like up in here?
No, it's over here. There's like behind the chain that spins.
Oh, it's just part of the playground or whatever. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
More of them?
More of them? Well, we have to look at that, okay? I didn't see that on your list.
I don't remember that one either.
I don't remember that one. Let's look and see what else you guys talked about. The water fountain for the dogs. The Shelton Memorial, you know where the flags are, the Shelton Memorial?
Yes.
Well, right behind that, there's a little pool that I can tell you, I don't know if it was not designed that way, but that's where the dogs water, okay? They can get to that little pool and drink water out of it. Okay? Now, there were a couple of things, I think, the wishing well, somebody said a wishing well, one person. Let me tell you this, that that's what the fountains have kind of become, because people throw money into the fountains, okay? And I assume they're doing that to make wishes. So to some extent, I think we do have a wishing well down there, okay? Okay, what else? Who else? Who have I got? There you go.
How long did it take to build the park?
Oh gosh, let me think. We started the park some time ago, planning it, deciding what it was that we wanted to put in there. But it took about a year to actually get the thing constructed, okay? The park itself, okay? And I've got to tell y'all, when we planned that park and started talking about it, one of the things that we all pretty much agreed upon, that if we want people to come downtown, we need to build something for the children. Because if we did that, you guys would want to come downtown. Y'all want to go down to the park, don't you?
Yeah.
All right, well that means your mom and dad are probably going, your grandparents, so we'll have people coming to the park because of that playground. Who else? Who didn't I got? Who did I talk to? Yes, sir.
Can you put in like a basketball court?
Oh, I think we have enough basketball courts around town, don't you? I don't know if we got any room to really put a basketball court and the swimming pool too. But I will say this to you: it may not be too much longer. We might have a new swimming pool in the city of Owensboro. Okay, but that's for another day. Okay, who else? Yes, sir.
I was wondering, like, since you can like build parks, is it possible for you like not to just build like parks? You can build like other things too, like museums or something.
Well, boy, I tell you what, you're right on cue. One of the things that we're looking at is, everybody know where the old state office building is? You guys probably, you know where that's at? Okay. One of the things we're looking to do, and we're going to talk about this tomorrow, is turn that into an International Bluegrass Music Center, okay, and museum. So we're looking to do that very thing, and I think that's going to be really big for our community if we can do it. We're going to find out how well everyone's doing and raising money to build that. Let's see, yes, sir.
It's a good thing y'all have the cameras now, because when I went to the park one time, I saw like five or some, I don't know how many, 12-year-olds drinking some Red Bull.
Oh, is that right? Well, I'm not sure.
Did they litter afterward? Like, did they litter?
I don't know, I just left that.
Oh, okay.
Well, if they're drinking something they're not supposed to down there, that's what that police officer's for, okay? Yes, ma'am.
What's your favorite part about living in Owensboro?
Oh gosh, that's I tell you, really, it's the people. Aren't there? There's just so many great people in our community, and having been city manager and city commissioner and everything, you know, when we have big disasters around here, you know, you notice how people all seem to come together, you know, and help each other, and it's just the quality of life here in our city, and it's going to even get better with all the stuff we're doing, okay? My gosh. Yes, ma'am.
Did you were you in a different state before you moved here?
Well, I was actually born here, okay? And I went to school here. I attended Brescia College. But I moved away for a few years. I went to Oklahoma for 14 years. Everybody know where Oklahoma is?
Yeah.
That's where I learned to like buffalo. No. But I got some pretty good ideas out there that I was able to bring back, and they've helped me being mayor and city manager, okay? But I'm here, and I'm tickled to death to be back in my hometown, and I'm here to stay. Yes, ma'am.
Why did you put animals in the park?
Animals in the park, well, those are animals that are rather unique to our community and our state, okay? The fish, the cardinal, okay? The squirrel. And besides, the reason we put them in there is we thought you guys would like it, okay? Y'all like the animals in the park?
Yes.
There we go.
Yep, there's your answer.
There's my answer. Who else? I want to make sure I get everybody if I can. Yes, sir. Huh?
What did you do
To become mayor? Well, that started some time ago because I had to go to school and, get an education, get a little bit of experience. But then I have to convince the people in Owensboro that they needed to vote for me and elect me mayor, okay? So to get elected or become mayor, you've got to get people to the community to vote for you. And so it means you pretty much are a salesman, because you've got to be able to convince people that you're the guy or gal for the job, okay? So let's talk about that for a minute. You guys, that's a good question. You know what a mayor is?
Yeah.
What's the primary job of a mayor? Or the president? Or the governor? Anybody?
You help the community?
It's not the word I'm looking for, but that's true. Anybody? It's a leader, right?
Yes,
Is a mayor a leader, isn't he?
Yes,
Or
sir.
she, or the president, or the governor.
Yes, sir.
And-
Yes, sir.
You know the difference between being a manager, because I used to be city manager, and being mayor or a leader, you know what the big difference is? A leader has to have a vision, okay? You have to have something that you want to accomplish, okay? You have to have an idea of where you think your community, your state, or your country needs to go, okay? And that's the job of a leader, is to bring people together, okay, and accomplish that vision. And you know what part of my vision was?
What?
This right here, okay? It's this park in our downtown, because we want to create an exciting place to live. Do y'all excited about this?
Yes.
Yeah, it's great to live here and have this available to go to, isn't it? Okay? Okay. Do me a favor. Can you click on this?
The construction one?
Yeah.
Sure.
Show them that. In the meantime, who else haven't I got? Okay. You guys see this?
Yes, sir.
That's part of that vision also. You know what that is?
What? Convention
Does anybody know what this is? No, that's not the hotel, believe it or not. The hotel is over here. That's our new convention center, okay? It's actually the first one we've ever had in the city of Owensboro. The executive end used to be used as a convention center, but this is the first building that's ever been constructed specifically as a convention center, okay? And we're hopefully going to have a lot of people come visit our city and attend conventions and events here. And you know, one of the things where they're all going to go when they come out of there, a lot of them are probably going to go down and visit your park, Smothers Park, aren't they? Okay, way back over there. What about you, young man?
I think that was a football stadium that you're building like beside the water fountains.
Do what now?
Football spot.
I'm not sure I get his question.
Is it a football something?
I think he's asking if there is a football stadium being
No.
built or anything like that.
No, it's not going to be a sports arena. This is a convention center. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I'm glad you put in the water fountain because you can't notice this.
Boy, that water fountain's exciting. I like to. How many of you have seen the waterfall? Y'all like the waterfall? Everybody. You guys have all been down there, haven't you? Okay. You know what they tell me, and I can't wait to see this. They're telling me they can actually put some structure on top of that fountain that will freeze and create an ice sculpture. Because the water fountain, the big water fountain, is going to stay on all year long. So during the winter months here, that fountain's going to be on. And they're telling me it'll actually freeze and create an ice sculpture, thaw out, refreeze again. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what that looks like. How we doing, Teach, for time?
We're good, whatever's good for you.
Oh, I stay here all day. No.
Stay away.
I've
I know
got
they
a
love
little bit
hearing
more
from you.
time.
They've been so excited that you were
Oh,
coming.
I tell you what, I'm so tickled to be here. Who did I didn't got you. What's your question?
Why don't you build that place beside the dump?
The what now?
The dump?
The dump. Well, there's no dump down there.
No, the other way. Like right.
Like over here,
Yeah. I think he's talking about what that person is right there. It's not
this
a
person?
dump. No, right. Is that a dump? No.
Oh, no, let me tell you, it's a construction site, so it's gonna look a little messy for a while. But once this is finished, this all is gonna be glass in the front. This will all be green, okay? There'll be plants and trees. It's gonna really be beautiful when it's finished. But it's a construction site right now, so it's gonna look a little messy. Any of you guys back here in the back have any, Dr. Vic? It's nice to see you. Okay, what else? Is everybody? I've got everybody at least once. Anybody I haven't got the first time? Yes, sir.
On the left side south part, is there stairs that go down so you can get a view of the river?
No, you might be talking about the waterfall where it looks like there's stairs, but that's just where the water runs down to towards the river. No, you can't leave Smothers Park and walk down to the river. Okay? Yes, sir.
You know, like Daniel Tower, the tower that
You can climb up into?
no, it's nobody's in it. It's like for sale, and it's like a circle.
Oh, you've
shape.
moved on to the Gage Tower? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. What are
Okay.
you gonna do to it?
Well, we'll see, but I think if you were to ask me, I think eventually it's going to come down. Okay? Just a matter of time. Okay, that's Mother's Park.
Leave it to kids.
Okay. Wow. Did I talk about everything that they suggested? I'm going
I think you
to,
have the big ones.
yeah, did, didn't I? Wow, 51 letters. That's impressive. Okay, who haven't I heard from? Yes, ma'am.
Do you have to wear suits every day?
Oh, you don't have to, but my trade, my background is I was an accountant, and I just grew up wearing coats and ties, and I just can't get out of the habit of doing it. Okay, so but every once in a while I'll wear a sweater. Who else? Back here. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any kids?
Do I have two kids, two children? One lives here and one lives in Louisville. And they're grown. But the one in Louisville, I'm trying to talk him and his wife, his new wife, into coming back to Owensboro. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Who else I haven't heard from? Want to make sure I've heard from you. I know. What do you get? What's it? Huh? Somebody already asked you a question? Okay. Everybody? Yes, ma'am.
It's not this hard. You know on Halloween, y'all always celebrate the holiday first.
We're going to always turn that big Christmas tree on. And I want to say this to you guys, gals, that we're going to have a lot of activity downtown. Did any of you get to go to the air show? You see the air show when we did it? Well, if you missed it the first time, we're going to have another one this year. Okay, I've already signed several contracts getting ready for the next big air show this coming summer. We walked the bridge. How many of you walked the bridge? Okay, you're going to get to do that again. Okay, we're going to have things going on downtown all the time. Okay, in fact, we hired a guy that a gentleman, his job is to do nothing but promote public events in our community. Okay, so we got a lot that's going to be going on in our downtown all the time. Who else? Yes, ma'am.
How old do you have to be to become mayor?
Oh, I think 25. I believe you have to be 25.
35.
Good to know.
Okay. Who else? Yes, ma'am.
You know how you have that big light that changes colors? Me and my family like that.
You like that? Well, that's not a light. You know what that really is? That's a band shell. And I want to suggest to you, if you haven't already, when you walk under it and the waterfall is going, you'll notice it gets much louder when you get under that band shell because it projects sound out. And it's a place where we can have concerts. But I will tell you this, that right now it's changing green and red for Christmas, but it can change, it can reflect all kinds of different colors, thousands of different colors, and it will do that over time. So when you go down there, you will see different colors on that band shell. And I'll tell you guys this too, that right outside here is a showroom platform. Y'all seen that thing that extends out in the river?
Yeah.
When you look down?
Yeah.
Well, we're thinking about putting another one of those on top of that platform so that we can have concerts and things out there and receptions. And it is so big, you can take the patio at River Park and set it inside that platform. That's how huge that is. And it's going to be a great space for you to go out and visit, and you'll be able to walk out there and really get closer to the Ohio River than you can at Smothers Park. Let's see. Yes, ma'am.
I've been down there and with our family, and they told me to do like gymnastics as I can, and every time somebody come past there, they'd always surround me.
Huh?
That was good.
Okay. Well, as long as they behave themselves. Yes, sir.
Like you said, when with the air show, my mom said somebody crashed when you were going through it, and somebody else, my mom said that somebody crashed.
Well, yeah, they do that, in some of the air shows, but hopefully that's never going to happen here, okay? And that's why we do it out over the river, so that it's safer there for everyone watching the air show, okay? All right. Yes, sir.
Wasn't there building across the street from the convention center?
That is going to be the new office building for what we used to call Texas Gas. The Boardwalk building. Y'all of you know where Texas Gas is on Frederick Street? That big glass building? Well, they're going to move downtown into that new office building. 250 employees are going to now work downtown. Okay? That's what's being built right across the street from that convention center. Okay? Yes, sir.
Are you going to the old Texas Gas down?
No, that building has been sold to Dr. Dick back there. Okay, so he now owns that big Texas Gas building. So what's going to happen? You're going to have to talk to him about that. Okay, put him on the spot. Anybody else? Okay, boy, you guys, I'm telling you, y'all got the questions. Yes, sir. Well, it helps if you've got a good education, because you're going to need it when you take office, okay? But really, the qualifications for mayor are up to the people. You can tell them what your background is, and they can decide whether you have enough qualifications and experience to be mayor. But you want to prepare yourself, okay, to undertake all the responsibilities of the office. So, you know, I'm going to encourage you to get as much education as you can, okay? That goes for all of you. Go to school for as long as you can. In fact, I've got to tell you that I have a master's degree, but I still study all the time because learning is a lifelong experience, isn't it? We all have to re-educate ourselves from time to time. Yes, sir. Oh, goodness, you're too young to do that. You think about it for a minute and I'll come back. Okay.
Are you able to move down here?
Oh, good question. You hear what he asked? He wanted to know if you can live downtown. Well, let me tell you, there are a lot of people that are working on that very issue. Several of our entrepreneurs or our business people in Owensboro are building condominiums downtown so that people can live downtown. And I'm going to tell you that my best guess is there's going to be a lot more of those because people want to live down here.
I caught up with Mayor Payne after the Q&A to get his thoughts on the experience.
I was shocked. I was shocked at how informed these young people were. It really did. And for that one young man to bring up the issue about Gabe's Tower, which we're wrestling with right now, I mean, they are paying attention. They really are. And we should pay attention. You know, that's why I need to come out. And I got to tell you, after this little venture, I may do this again in other places. I think it means a lot when people like myself do this.
It was fun since we got to like ask him questions and see what I've never seen what he looked like before.
And the mayor says he's listening.
Today, so many people are so apathetic about government and being involved in government, and I think it's incumbent upon us to try to do everything we can to encourage these young people to participate. And that's what happened here today. I'm going to tell you some of the suggestions that they have talked about we either had already implemented, they just weren't aware of it, or we're actually going to implement. I mean, the additional swings, we're going to install those, the cameras, and so the issues about the dogs, you know, at our park, we do allow people to do that. So they really, what came out of these letters to me is they're paying attention. They're paying a lot of attention. These are really well-written letters, and they thought through these things, and it speaks well of this school.
It's cool that he's actually going to take the time and do that.
I decided once I got these 50 letters from these young people that I wanted to take time out and come and visit with them and tell them how much I appreciate, you know, first of all, receiving the letters, but also the quality of the letters and the suggestions that they made in regards to Smothers Park, because, you know, a lot of the things we're doing in this community is for these young people, and I want them to know that you know, we're working to ensure that we've got a great community here for years and years to come. For me, it's just absolutely wonderful to hear from them, but again, I want them to know that you know, they can get the attention of their elected officials, and you know, they write us, they have ideas or suggestions, whatever. We need to let them know their voices count. And I think that's also the message I wanted to depart today.
For the Owensboro Public School System, I'm Dave Kirk. Thanks for watching.